Hi everyone, welcome back. In today's session, we are going to explore Python strings in a complete and detailed way. This topic is super important because strings are used in almost every Python program. Whether you are building a calculator, handling input, creating a website, or processing data. Let's start with a basic definition. A string in Python is simply a sequence of characters surrounded by either single quotes or double quotes. These characters can include letters, digits, punctuation marks, or even special symbols. Let's take an example. Name equals within double quotes Python. This creates a string variable named name and stores the text Python in it. You can also use single quotes like this. Language equals within single quotes JavaScript. Both single and double quotes work. Python treats them the same way. Let's now ask, where do we use strings in the real world? Think of a form where a user enters their name. That's a string. Sending a welcome message to someone? That's a string too. Writing content to a file, printing output, building commands, or processing sentences, all of it uses strings. So yes, strings are everywhere in Python. Now let's understand how strings are stored in memory. Behind the scenes, every string is treated like a list of characters. Each character has an index starting from 0. So in the word hello, H is at index 0, E is at index 1, and so on. We can access each character using its index, just like we do with lists. Let's look at that in action soon. Let's now talk about some key features of Python strings. First, strings are immutable. That means once a string is created, you cannot change its individual characters directly. If you want to modify a string, you have to create a new one. Second, strings are ordered. This means the characters in a string are stored in a fixed sequence, so you can access each character using its index, starting from 0. Third, strings are iterable. This means you can loop through a string one character at a time using a for loop. Python treats strings like sequences of characters and allows you to work with them easily. Finally, Python provides dozens of built-in string methods. These methods help you manipulate, transform, search, and clean strings with just one line of code. Now, let's learn the strings with examples. Let's go to PyCharm and create a new file. Right-click your folder, choose New and select Python file, and let's name it string demo. In this example, we are going to create a simple text message and display it using Python. First, let's create a string and store it in a variable. Let's type greeting equals within double quotes type hello Python. Here we are creating a string which is a sequence of characters, in this case the text hello Python. We are storing that text inside a variable named greeting. Think of a variable like a labeled container. We've labeled it greeting and placed our message inside. Next, we want to print this message. Let's type print function. Within brackets, type greeting. The print function tells Python to show something in the output window. Since we passed the variable greeting, Python will look inside the container and print the string that's stored. Let's now run this code. You can see the output, hello Python. And just like that, Python displays our string on the screen. This is the foundation of working with text in Python. Simple, clean, and powerful. Now, let's see how to combine two strings in Python. This is called concatenation. Let's say we want to create a message that says hello world, but instead of typing the whole message in one string, we'll split it into two parts and then join them. This helps when you want to build dynamic sentences, like combining a user's name with a greeting or mixing multiple values. Let's begin. Let's type first equals within double quotes type hello. Here we've created a string hello and stored it in a variable named first. So first is like a container that now holds the word hello. Now the second part, let's type last equals within double quotes type world. This creates another string, the word world, and stores it in a variable called last. Now we want to join both variables, first and last, to make the full sentence hello world. Let's do that in the next line. So let's type full equals first plus sign, then double quotes space plus sign, then last. Here's what we're doing. We're telling Python, take what's inside first, add a space, then add what's inside last. This way the two words don't get stuck together. There's a space in between. This joining of strings using the plus symbol is called concatenation. Now let's print the final message. We type print function within brackets, type full. Now let's run the program. And you can see the output, hello world. So Python combined the two strings, one from the first variable and one from the last variable, and created a single message. Perfect. Let's take a look into next example. In this example, we will see how to find the length of a string. So basically, we are going to count how many characters are present in a string. Let's say we have a sentence like Python programming. We want Python to tell us how many characters are in that string, including the space. To do this, we use a built-in function called length function. That stands for length, and it works with strings, lists, and many other types in Python. Let's begin coding. Let's type text equals within double quotes, type Python programming. This stores the string Python programming in a variable called text. Next, we want to find how many characters this string has. So let's type length equals len function within brackets pass variable text. Here we're using the len function. Inside the brackets we pass the variable text. This tells Python count all the characters in the value stored inside text. It will include letters, symbols, punctuation, and spaces. Now let's print the result. Let's type print function within brackets, type double quotes, length colon space, then length. This will display the message length, followed by the number of characters. Let's now run the program. You can see the output, length 18. So Python counted every character, including the space between the two words, and gave us the total length as 18. This is extremely useful when working with user input, validating passwords, or limiting text in apps. Let's take a look at the next example, accessing characters from a string. In this example, we'll learn how to access individual letters from a string using something called indexing. Let's say we have a word and we want to pull out just the first letter from it. Python gives us a simple way to do this using square brackets and index numbers. Let's begin. Let's type text equals within double quotes, type hello. This stores the string hello in a variable called text. Now we want to grab just the first letter, which is H. We type first underscore letter equals text, then square brackets, index 0. Here's what's happening. Python uses zero-based indexing, which means the first character is at position 0, the second is at position 1, and so on. So when we write text 0, Python returns the first character of the string, which is H. Now let's display that letter. We type print function within brackets, type first underscore letter P. Let's run the program. The output H. So Python correctly pulled the character at index 0, which is the letter H. Similarly, if you want to access the second letter, which is E, use index 1. If you want the third letter, L, use index 2. The fourth letter, again L, is at index 3. And the fifth letter, O, is at index 4. This technique is very useful when you need to read, modify, or validate certain parts of a string, like checking the first letter of a name or the last character in a password. Let's take a look at the next example, extract just a part of a string, also called slicing. So in this example, we are going to extract just a part of a string, also called slicing. Sometimes we don't want the whole sentence, we only want a portion of it. Python lets us slice a string using square brackets and two numbers separated by a colon. Let's begin with our string. Let's type phrase equals within double quotes, type Python is powerful. Here we are storing the full sentence Python is powerful in a variable named phrase. Now let's say we want just the first word Python. We write part equals phrase, then square brackets 0:6. Let's understand this. We are telling Python start at index 0 and go up to index 6 but don't include 6. That means we get characters from index 0 to 5, which is exactly the word Python. Now let's print the sliced string. Let's type print function within brackets type part. Let's run the program. Output Python. So Python correctly sliced the original string and gave us just the part we wanted. This slicing technique is very useful for extracting names, dates or keywords from longer messages. Let's wrap up. In this lecture, we explored the power of strings in Python. We learned how to create strings, print them, join them together, find their length, access characters using indexes, and slice specific parts. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.